I just asking you a question, sorry.
Yeah, judge people that can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I'm picking sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you say when I move from here out free. You say when I move from here out free. You say I want to again. I wanted to mean who talk to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, looking, hi, looking. Then you want to force another more word there again. Why not belonging to the talk? I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office of OSP.
I think he's paying to me that you come to get fair. He said you get a tea to the man. After you get a tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting fair. You say asking you too much question. Hey, the SP thing say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time
to explain. Yeah, okay.
I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors, and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts.
Significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
And guess what? The people come and play. I swear. I'm a winner EPA with me. The song I made and get it right. What's more like edition and singing for free ball. What's that? You know, it's on say with them like it. Yes, say that. We more than never. We're running down.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you. Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the respect not stable? No just no food to put on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, breaking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made, you and your rescue team. We're not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting.
Okay.
People suffering.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
You now, you and your rescue team.
Wherever you are, however you are joining the conversation on the People's Radio.
I just wanna ask you one.
This is Freedom FM 87.9. The program is Freedom Hub,
Give him the people what they want.
the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated.
Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama.
My name is Khan Oliver Khan. I'm here with Princess Alexa Vanja Colley on this wonderful day in Liberia, when our country, your country, my country, has been elected to the non-permanent seat at the level of the United Nations Security Council. Liberia obtained a total of 181 votes. What does it mean for our country, Liberia? How does it affect the bread and butter issues of the country? Liberia is now
I just want to ask you one question. That will you give the rescue?
a member of the a non-permanent member of the Security Council at the level of the UN.
Mr. Rescue, the people
And so the biggest news in the country is that our country has been elected
change things.
to the non-permanent position at the United Nations Security Council. What is it for the country? What is it for your country?
Into two.
What is it for the bread and butter issues of the country? How is it going to reduce the price of rice?
Hunting. Now on the top,
How is it going to encourage unity, peace, and security?
you wish hunting.
How is it going to ensure that national harmony and
Taking the rescue now. You and your
and prosperity is going to be triggered? All of these inquiries,
wanna ask you one.
plus all the different analytical discussions,
You not give.
will form the basis of today's presentation here on 87.9.
Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue.
We're hoping to speak with Mr. Godfrey Weah. Godfrey Weah is the head of the illegally dismissed EPS officers of the Liberian government. Yeah. Godfrey Weah is going to be speaking in reference to an allegation that the Liberian government under President Joe Biden was able to settle their arrears. They were illegally removed from the EPS, from the Executive Protection Service,
Mr. Rescue.
by current director Sam Gay, and their information in the corridors of power,
But we not seeing changes.
information around which indicates that the agents, the illegally dismissed agents, were paid their benefits.
They can't come.
Godfrey is thinking differently.
You wish
Godfrey is saying it is not to his knowledge.
people suffering.
And so we're hoping to talk to Godfrey Weah.
Now
We'll be calling Godfrey Weah to phone in on the program today
rather give the rescue.
to tell us more about what is happening. Did they receive their pay? Were they paid by the administration?
I wanna ask you one question.
All of these plus many other conversations will form the basis of today's menu.
Give him the people what they want.
My name is Khan. Alexa is here.
Let me ask
4,000 Liberian dollars to your pocket
like you. That's what I'm.
if you play star 799 star 11 hash. I repeat, 4,000 Liberian dollars in your pocket when you play star 799 star 11 hash on Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money. My name is Khan. Alexa is also here. We take a break. When we come back, we bring you the rest of the issues making the news in the Republic of Liberia. Your country, our country. The Republic of Liberia is now a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council there in New York. Let's take a break to be right back.
Rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you.
Stop up, the people bringing safety to your door. Stop up, stopping crime and make a peace for them before. Stop up, Liberia, from the center to interior. Stop up, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all.
Okay, Crime Stoppers Liberia, Liberia's #1 anti-mob justice institution. This is the only institution that will discourage people from taking the laws in their hands. Law-abiding, very, very law-abiding. Alexa, good afternoon and congratulations to you as a Liberian. Our country is now a non-permanent. Why are you laughing?
No, because I've never made any comment on this, UN
J. Emmanuel
Security
Nice.
Council.
J. Emmanuel Nice. Okay, I like Alexa. Come on, I mean, is that what you come to say on this radio?
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Okay. Yeah, but
I mean,
congratulations.
I've never made any comment.
Congratulations,
I
Alexa.
saw your post on Facebook. You publicly supported this 100%. So I think I would like to say congratulations to you, Kind Oliver Kind.
Oh yeah, I supported Liberia
And
getting this
I
position.
think this is about Liberia about this point, but that's about that anyway. But I would like to say good afternoon, good morning,
If they're-
good evening to all of you,
Mhm.
however way you're joining us. We'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. We have a lot to talk about today. Oliver has already started with this UN Security Council thing that Liberia has already won with
It's a big news for our country. Big
181
news for
votes.
Liberia. Congratulations to our country, Liberia.
181 votes,
Mhm.
so I think and across Liberia now you have a lot of people celebrating this. So yeah, bravo to Liberia, bravo to Liberians. But I guess we are going to delve deeper into what this means for Liberia as a country and what exactly will our country be doing there at the UN Security Council.
We're gonna have that
But,
conversation.
Of course, we're going to do that. But if you're out there and you are a user of Orange Money, I would just like to say Orange is still celebrating her 8th anniversary. Play big, win bigger. Daily. Interestingly, this campaign should have ended on the 31st of this month. But because Orange values her customers, that's one of the reasons there is a week extension.
Alexa Orange.
Exactly, that's it. So you can still use your mobile money and buy any bundle. It could be data, it could be airtime,
Your Orange money.
and daily exactly use your Orange Money account and buy any bundle and stand a chance to be one of the lucky or the luckiest winner of the grand prize. That is a brand new keke. Also, if you are photogenic, if you like taking picture of it, and then you're in Monrovia, you know where Acon 16 building is on 16th Street. Just go there, take a beautiful picture, and post that on Facebook and hashtag Orange 8th anniversary. And if you have the highest reactions, that is, if you get plenty likes and comments, you're going to walk away with a brand new motorbike. So it is a whole lot for all of you out there. Just continue doing what you can.
Okay, all right. So you heard it from Orange. Okay, you're not Orange ambassador. But again, that's what we are. Liberia has qualified. Liberia has been elected. I try reaching out to the folks from the Ministry of Information. If there are few of you listening, those who are connected to them, let them know that
People are celebrating now.
that the line is open for anybody from the Ministry of Information, the government in extension, anybody from the government. So the United Party men are listening. Tell your people, say there is a line open on Freedom FM for you people to call. As a government, we want to provide this opportunity for you to call and tell us what does this mean for Liberia? What is in it for us? How is it going to trickle down to the livelihood of the Liberian people? We will need to know exactly what we are celebrating. But while we await the government, which I doubt if an individual from the government is going to call, so make me shame. call and let's know exactly what is this thing for. Like, I mean, assistant minister, deputy minister, minister proper, President Baga select. I mean, if President Baga select, he can call, whoever. Just call. Let us know what it is. I mean, what is this going to mean for our country? What is going to be the actual on the ground value, for the country? We heard $3 million was used to go to do the lobbying. Is it authentic? Is that information authentic? These are things we're gathering. So an opportunity for the government to defend herself and provide sufficient clarity and information regarding this particular non-permanent seat at the UN at the UN Security Council will be very, very important to all of us. But as it is, the country celebrates, Liberia wins, Liberians are celebrating, and I have no reason whatsoever to quench the celebration of the Liberian people. So we'll go and play former gospel musician, now turned politician, Convegin Adams. She did this beautiful song in 2018 when she went to Liberia to rise. By then, she did this song. So I want to play.
Copyright.
We own no copyright to the song about to be played. Facebook, we own no copyright. Meta, we own no copyright. So let's play this piece. It's from Convegin Adams. How does she call it? How is it called? Anyway, let me just play it. Maybe at the end of the day, you will enjoy it.
You shall once again become the light. You shall once again become the light of Africa. You shall once again become the light. You shall once again become the light of Africa. You shall eat the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land. Hey, you shall eat the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land. Hey, and never will you be singers in your land, singers in your land, singers in your land. Oh, hell, I be him, mama.
Okay, so somebody from the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism will have a space on this platform. My number is a public record. The government get my number. You ain't get it as the NSA man to get it. Oh yeah. What you laughing for, Alexa? You go in the government chat room and just say we need KOK number. You got it there. But again, that's what it is. Call us. We anticipate a call from the government information arm. We need somebody to tell us what is this going to mean for Liberians. How is it going to address the issue of unemployment in the country? Yes, we are celebrating. We enjoy it. We are happy. We are glad. We are satisfied as a country. But beyond the Facebook publications, beyond all of these Facebook drama and the Facebook stun, what is it for the interest of the country? How is it going to impact the security of the country? What part is it going to play in terms of national unity, progress, tranquility, and development in its totality? So, like I told you, while we are celebrating, let this be made known that the Honorable Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism and his principal deputies and assistants have a slot on this platform. Call us, let us know, and share the success story with us. A country that is united, a country where unity is being prioritized by the government, will not shy away from responding, from talking to the Liberian people, especially on these critical issues. But let's enjoy the song. And let's enjoy this nationalistic piece that was done by Convict Gang Adams. And we are hoping that by the time that song is done, Alexa and I will explain what we know about the seat. Alexa and I will talk about what we think about this seat. We too will put our mouth there and tell President Baka what we think about this seat. And so when all of that is done, we'll be here to have a wonderful, wonderful celebration. But until then, enjoy the song.
Oh, Liberia, God says you are on the rise. If only we shall hearken to his command. It is then that we shall rise, we shall pursue, we shall overtake, and we shall conquer all of our adversaries, and we shall shout and rise. The Lord star forever, the Lord star forever. Oh, long may it flow o'er land and o'er sea. The servant Lord never upholding forever. And shout for the Lord star. Battle! For hell let me hear him, man.
Okay, so welcome back to the program. Alexa, we gotta go. We gotta take it down and run into the issues making the news in country. So yeah, Alexa, you haven't been following this thing, but you've been following so well. Uh, so I want to say you've been following. So out of 187 votes, Liberia was able to gather 181. Yep, out of 187 votes, Liberia was able to gather 181, and that is the big news we have right now in the country. So Um, there was an elaborate program at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs today. We'll talk more about it. We will talk more about it, but we're hoping that a lot more will be revealed. We're hoping that a lot more will be revealed to our people. We're hoping that at the end of the day, our people will have additional information available. That's what we're hoping on. We're hoping that at the end of the day, there'll be how you call this thing, additional information from the government relative to what is happening. But as it stands, let's go back to the song. That's what we'll do. Liberia has won. Let's go back to the song. Our country is now having a seat. Let's go back to the song and take this quick break to be right back.
Your pride, your dignity, even your resources, God said He will restore. You shall once again become the light. You shall once again become the light of Africa. You shall once again become the light. You shall once again become the light of Africa.
Okay, all right. So welcome back to it. So that is where we are, Alexa. We will not have a lot of time on this particular topic, but Liberia has won. So what do you have to say? Then we can run to something else. I want to hear you first on this particular topic.
Yeah, I both just congratulated Liberians on this and the country as a whole. And I haven't really made any comments, from the initial stage, especially this year and when the campaign started. But I think I'd just like to read a little bit of what the United Nations Security Council is all about, especially for ordinary Liberians who may not know exactly what Liberia has won and what exactly does the seat mean. And how is it going to be like for Liberia to work on that council? So the United Nations Security Council is one of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations and is charged with ensuring international peace and security. I would like you guys to take into consideration international peace and security. This United Nations Security Council is also, recommending the admission of new UN members. That's basically one of the things that, member states who are on that, Security Council will be doing to the General Assembly, and also approving any changes to the United Nations Charter. Its powers as outlined in the United Nations Charter includes establishing peacekeeping operations, enacting international sanctions, and authorizing military action. So they're also, talking about resolutions as well to different member states of the United Nations. So Liberia has won, and I see across social media, almost everybody is celebrating. Everybody is just hashtagging Liberia has made history, and this is a good thing for Liberia and all that. I mean, I would like to say congrats to Liberia as a country. But again, what does this mean internally? What does this mean domestically? We're discussing international peacekeeping mission. We're discussing international peace and security. That's exactly what's going to be happening. But I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm not a patriotic Liberian, or I do not support Liberia, or I do not support Liberia's progress. But again, if you're going out of your home to make impact, Oliver, what exactly is happening back home? Are you making impact back home when it comes to security? Are you making impact back home when it comes to peace to a greater extent? Are you actually impacting the lives of people back home? Are people safe in your own home? Is the country reconciled, right? Because all of these things are very important. If you are out there with an international projection of exactly who you are as a country, who you are as a national leader, people want to think about what's happening back home, because you already have that image that, of course, Liberia is out there. Liberia wants to help different countries that are, experiencing some level of instability. Maybe war is in, for example, Mali. So Liberia will get together with other countries, on a peacekeeping mission. They would decide some of the strategies, to get together and help people. You're discussing peace building, you're discussing security, and all of those different things, which is very important. But then back home, what's happening back home? What's happening in Liberia? Are Liberians safe? Do we have, a smooth security, stuff where people will not just get up in the morning and then you see dead bodies, where people are reconciled, where unity is the order of the day? Because some of the reasons that you have war in different parts of the world is because people are divided. Is Liberia divided or not? Is Liberia united or not? The people in Liberia, are they going for one nation, indivisible? Do we still have that? Do we still have that power? I think that's where my concern is. That's one of the reasons I have not made any sort of comment, as much as I am happy that Liberia has made history at about this point. But also, where did it start? Did it just start when Joseph Boakai became president of Liberia? Or did it start when we had George Weah as Liberia's president? I'm talking about the advocacy. I'm talking about the campaign. I'm talking about the aspiration and the dream to have Liberia, bid for the United Nations Security Council, right? Because you wouldn't just get up in the morning and be like, oh, yesterday Oliver did not do anything, and today Alexa is here, so Alexa has won. What were the processes? Who started the initiative? Who reached out? So I think it is important, as much as we are celebrating this as, a historic moment for Liberia, I think it is important to give a little historicity on the beginning of this campaign, Oliver, because people need to know more. We're concerned about what's happening in Liberia, the state of the nation, whether it is about, the economy, or whether it is about security and all that. We also want to know, how did it start? It's important, because you cannot just get here and talk about, oh, we've won. It is important we've won. It's commendable we've won. It is historic that, you have Liberians really celebrating this. So where did it start? Was this initiated by our current president, through the foreign affairs minister, who is an energetic energetic lady, by the way? I should give that to her. Did it just start with her? Did she initiate this? We need to know. And it is to be fair. This is not to be political, nothing. This is not to, fight over, the end game. No, this is to be fair. And this is to have a clean history, or a historic record of where, because when you start to narrate, of course, this is 2025, Liberia won with 181 votes. That's way above what Liberia needed. When you start to talk about it, people want to know, where did it start? How did it start? Was this something that you just got, to power and you were like, no, we need to have this? No, where did it start? That's an important question. So we should be honest about it. As much as everyone is celebrating this, we should be honest about it. But again, Oliver, it gets back to Liberia. How will Liberians receive this news? I'm talking about ordinary Liberians. I'm not talking about, the intellectual class, quote unquote. The ordinary Liberians, how would they receive this news? Are they asking questions as to how this is going to reflect on, the economy of the country, how this is going to reflect on their daily lives, the bread and butter issues in the country? These are concerns as well. So it is important to have all of these things together. But at the end of the day, as a Liberian, I'm happy that we have made history, and this is going to go a long way. But when you are discussing history in the movement, remember what started that history. Who are the people who initiated? Who are the people who started all of these different things? Very, very important. Seriously.
Okay, so basically that's where we are on this conversation. I'm going to be very brief in what what my input is going to be on this particular conversation, because we want to have our people to be the ones talking. So, wait a minute. So, we won the non-permanent seat at the level of the Security Council, which is a good news for our country. Void of politics. I think this is one good news that Liberians should celebrate. The major reason why it is worth celebrating is because this is elevating Liberia on a global stage, regardless of who's in power. At the UN, it said Liberia was elected. It did not say United Party is having a non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. It did not say CDC is having a non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. What was declared today is that the Republic of Liberia has gotten a seat, a non-permanent position at the level of the United Nations Security Council. That is what I know. That is what has happened. And that is what I am happy for. The country was able to secure that particular position the country was able to secure that particular position. And the only reason why it is a thing of joy to me, like I said from the beginning, sorry, I'm being distracted, is because that seat is for the Republic of Liberia and not a particular political party. It is the country seat. It's for all of us. And Liberia will be in charge of that non-permanent, position for 2026, 2027. Yeah, 1 year, 2026, 2027. By then, it's finish. That is where we are. That is how significant that position is. And like Alessa read from the beginning, it is a crucial position intended to ensure that there will be peace and security globally, all across the world, globally. Global peace and security. That is the essence. Now, this will bring to mind the question about Liberia's usefulness on that seat, as to whether the reasons behind or the main reason for having that particular council, as to whether Liberia will live up to the statute of that office. It brings us back to what is happening to us internally. It brings us back to the stability of the country. As we speak, July 17 is embedded with a nationwide protest that we do not know how it will happen. The protesters say, the guys are saying that they are coming out to protest against the violence in society. They're coming out to protest against lawlessness. For them, they're saying they're coming out to protest against disregard for constitutional order. Supreme Court says this, the executive decide to operate on her own terms. They're saying they're coming to protest against the abuse of constitutional order, the tenure positions. People appointed to tenure positions created by acts of legislations by the Liberian legislature. They were passed by both houses, sent to the presidency, and those tenure positions were signed on. They are protesting for economic hardship. They're protesting for a country that is experiencing the deepest form of disunity. An unreconciled country after a very tense and slim political elections. In the midst of it all, we have ascended to a position of the non-permanent seat at the level of the United Nations Security Council. What does that say about us on the ground? That is my question. That is my question. And that is the question the government must answer. That is the question the government should answer. That is the question that our government should be responding to. What is it going to be for us? In the next 2-3 minutes, the chairperson of the illegally dismissed agents of the Executive Protection Service will be calling on this phone. What is it going to be calling about? The illegal dismissal of he and his colleagues. Removed from their job after serving their country, playing with guns to defend men and women who ascended the political positions of trust. After going through all of those things, they were illegally removed from the payroll, from the service, dishonorably. Not because they are not qualified, they are not trained, not because they are not serviceable to the country anymore, but because of a perception that they were hired, recruited, trained, and placed on payroll, under a particular administration. The fact that that happened, it constituted it justified the reason for their illegal removal. Now, these are not encouraging signs of a country that is now a member of the UN Security, because your job on the Security Council is to ensure that peace and security globally is going to be achieved.
Exactly.
It's to ensure that peace and security will be achieved globally. So the real reason for that position is for genuine peace and security to be upheld around the world. Liberia cannot be a position holder on the Security Council and the country is internally disturbed. I bet you don't want to have a situation where the Security Council is going to be having a meeting on what's going to be the situation in Liberia. This is a big news for the country. This thing started since July of 2023. And I will read you a publication that was done by the Hot Pepper newspaper to this effect. Since June 2023. And this publication was done on July 11, 2023. ECOWAS endorses Liberia's ambition for the United Nations Security Council non-permanent seat. President Weah announces upon arrival from Guinea-Bissau. The president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency George Manneh Weah, returned to the country on Monday, July 10, 2023, with good news following a successful trip to the state of Israel and Guinea-Bissau. President Weah and entourage touched down at about 9:31 local time, received by an array of government officials led by Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, G. Wisse Blambo. Minister Blambo acted as chair of the cabinet in the absence of the president in close consultation with the vice president. Addressing reporters upon arrival, the president described his trip as holy, fruitful, and beneficial to the country and people, disclosing that the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has endorsed Liberia's quest for non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council, the UNSC. President Weah Sunday had made Liberia's case for the non-permanent seat at the just ended 163rd Extraordinary Summit of ECOWAS held in Bissau, the capital of Guinea-Bissau. This was the publication done in several other newspapers. But go to ECOWAS memo and the different ECOWAS dockets. You'll find all of these informations there. It got started under the former government. I am grateful that this administration under Joe Barker was able to achieve it. Was able to achieve what the former government started. You heard it. President Weah was able to get the vote of all of the ECOWAS member states at the conference in Guinea-Bissau. And they accepted and said, Mr. President, we will support Liberia in 2025 when that time reaches. They gave him the award. And so when he did not win the elections, the new Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sarah Beslo-Yanti, took it upon herself to pursue what she inherited from her predecessors. Good for her. She was able to lead the charge and give Liberia that victory on today. And so it is a joint congratulatory effort on the part of past government officials and the current folks in authority. What is of great concern at this moment for me, for you, for our children, for our relatives, for the entire country is the utilization of this position. It's the importance it is going to have on the country. Because it doesn't make sense that we'll be making global peace while we are taking internal actions that are, prone to igniting serious internal conflicts. The country is heavily divided. The reason why I don't take pleasure in saying country is divided all day on the radio because I want to say no. It doesn't give me joy. We keep saying it on a daily basis because we want to give the government an opportunity to realize that the country being given to them to lead is unreconciled. To today's date, Liberians are still on Facebook, people putting green photos to celebrate the non-permanent seat, other people putting blue photos. These things can only happen when the country is unreconciled. It is upon the shoulders of the government in power to ensure that there is a unified Liberia. That is why we call on the Joe Barker administration to come to work. That is where the government will need to pay more attention. The decisions that are often taken by this administration, you may think this is politics, but this is not politics. This is an honest observation we have had. Stop politicizing the country. I'm saying this to the Joe Barker's administration. Stop politicizing this country. The official colors of the Republic of Liberia are red, white, and blue. The official colors of this country, our country, the Republic of Liberia, the colors are red, white, and blue. Go and see the t-shirts that were printed for today's program. Our country, Liberia, in green. The seal of our country in green. The background of the banner and the flyers, everything they printed in green. Because why? Unity Party in power. Unity Party official color is green. What wrong will it be when you design the national materials intended for this particular national endeavor, when you use our official colors, what harm is it going to cause? The last time Monrovia City Corporation decided to decorate the city, oh yes, they did all. They had justification for it. Okay, Monrovia Day is a green day, so they had the flyer in green. Good. But this is a national call. You call on all Liberians to support the endeavor, and you do it in your political party colors. How then do you want this country to be united when the government is still moving on political sentiments? When decisions are being made on the basis of political alignment and not on the basis of inclusivity, people are not brought on board on the basis of they being Liberians, but they're being considered because of the political subscription they have. It is unfair. These are not good signs of a country that is now in charge of global security. Because when you are in charge of global security, your house should be an example of what security looks like, of what tranquility looks like. All of the conflict resolution cases that the Security Council will be addressing are cases that often erupt as a result of disunity, inequality, suppression, and all of these vices. Consequently, these are things happening in the country at the moment. These are things we see happening. You think people like Funatikofa then resign because they don't want position? They did so to give peace a chance. Do you think that's authentic? Okay, let us not say authentic. Do you think that is final? Do you think wounds are healed from that process? Do you know how many Liberians had jobs that were taken away from them from an illegal process that went to court, even though the court ruled and restored all of the rights, but because the government refused to act on the court's opinion, the court's ruling, coerced the man to resign. There are thousands of families who were connected to that man, to that office, who till today's date, whether they were United Partisans or not, but the fact that their survivability was placed at risk because of a political decision by the government. Do you know how many disagreements still lingering? There should be a national endeavor to reconcile this country. Look, we are not begging for it. If it warrants us demanding you to reconcile the country, we will do it. Because when the country is reconciled, we all benefit. Reconciliation is the bedrock to peace. When the people are reconciled, of course you will not have 100% reconciliation, but there must be national policies, there must be national decisions, there must be political decisions that will be made that will trigger mass reconciliatory endeavors. We can be celebrating Security Council position as a country, and you find people still in pains after serving their country diligently, giving 10 new positions that were developed, designed, and giving rise to true legislations. You have people going off those positions illegally. And the only reason why it is happening is because the president, the executive branch of government, decide to say, look, you know what, Constitution, to hell with you. Go on one side. We're not listening to you. We are now in charge. We do not care for whatever tenure position. We don't care about Emma Glasgow having a tenure position at NAFA. In as much as we want Sarah Segway to go there, we will send him there. If the rest of the country vests, let him boss and die. Look, when you look in the face of constitutional order and place it aside because you want to have a particular political agenda orchestrated, It means you are damning the rest of the country. When those things are happening, you are provoking people. You are testing their resolve. I mean, you're trying to intimidate them. You're trying to make them feel less Liberians. And I remember Charles Taylor said the reason he went to Libya was because there were people in power who thought they were the only Liberian people, and he was a secondary citizen. Oh yes, I remember the late Senator Prince Yomi Johnson said some of the reasons he went to Libya and later on Ivory Coast and came back through Butuo was because Samadou and the rest of the people in power were preaching and thinking that they were more Liberians than he Yomi Johnson and the rest of the other people, Vani and the others. Yeah, I remember Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, how to flee this country. Because she said those who were in power at the time felt unto themselves that they were super Liberians than them. So she had to go to America and contribute some money towards the formation of the NPFL and the rest of the other forces. Haji Kroma, the Segu Madekone, Thomas Yaya Nimle, and the rest of the folks. We know how they felt intimidated. That's what we are reminding our government. That to prioritize peace and security is not costly at all. It's not. It becomes costly enough when you ignore the importance of having a unified country. It becomes more costly. But to initiate genuine reconciliatory endeavors, that's waste of. I mean, it is nothing expensive. The good thing is Liberians are so receptive. Look, this is a country where people don't keep things in heart too much. Liberian people are the people who are quick to forgive. Liberians are quick to forgive, my people. Very quick. That's who we are. What more will it be when our government decide to say, look, you know what? We are the ones in power. Let's live in accordance with the law. Let's just follow what the law says. We are happy. I just played the song and I'll play it again. We are glad that our country has won. What is it going to be for us?
What's next?
What next? 2026 will be taking on our seat. And we'll be there up to 2027.
That's just for a year.
When the next government, or the next country is going to be mounting the podium. With that, what is it going to be for us? I heard we spent $3.something million to lobby for that position. It is yet to be verified by our institution, and we are calling on the government to speak to that if they can. But beyond the monetary attachment to this process, what is going to be the impact on the Liberian society? Fundamentally, from a statutory position, the job is intended to ensure global peace and safety. Is the order of the day in the world, and that's why we are thinking that a peacemaking country should be at peace. No. The man who can bathe to a horse when bringing bathing water to your horse for you to bathe, you must suspect that water. The man can take back to a horse. They ain't bringing water for you to take back. He lied and said more than you. You don't want other countries seeing Liberia that way. Assuming the way the election got done today, assuming today they put Liberia in power, right after the election, Liberia in power today. And next month, July, Malu then protesting, and maybe something out of the sudden happened to that protest. So Liberia will be sending people to mediate in. So the peacemaker will be sending people to Unho to go make peace. Hello? No. Hello?
That's exactly what I said about.
Hello?
Out of your country, you've presented an image that says you're okay. And then we get back to Liberia, we still have issues with security.
We are now a
still
peace.
have issue with reconciliation. So it is a contradiction, I think.
We are now a peacemaking country. The virtue of fact that we are now, the incoming non-permanent position holder on that seat shows that we are a peacemaking country. A peacemaking country where the national colors are being, cornered. The national colors are being thrown on the side. Because the government in power is concerned about making Liberia green. And so national programs that are supposed to be colored red, white, and blue are not dominant green. And let's put a picture also. Let's show it to our people so that they'll see it. All of the programs they held all through the whole no permanent something, the program designs are green. Our country colors, our national team, even Liberia wear jersey, they can wear green. Liberia wear jersey, they can wear green.
This is the most recent one with the
Which executive mansion?
of course today.
Fellow Liberians, this is executive mansion. This is the executive mansion of our country. Executive mansion website did a flyer for Liberia. A flyer for Liberia winning that seat. The flyer, the damper of the flyer is green. And they put congratulations, Liberia in green. Our country color now has turned to green. United Nations Security Council 2026-2027. Green. Our country that used to be blue, red, and white is now green and white. This is not a country that is on the path to national healing and reconciliation. This is not a country. The government must desist from running a politically driven administration. You are jeopardizing the mutual existence we have enjoyed in this country for long. When you start to run the country on the basis of your political sentiments as a government, you risk the future of the country. That's what you do. 20 minutes ago, Alexa, 20 minutes or 30 minutes ago, whatever the case is, our government or executive mansion did a flyer. Instead of doing the flyer red, white, and blue that will reflect the country color, they put it in green. Our country, that greener. Because the rescue government is green. Or do we tailor government operations and national programs on our colors? So if we have a political party that official colors are yellow, so when that party comes to power, all our programs are yellow will be using. I wonder the government is aware of the nature of the seat we have won. That seat is a unifying seat. Your actions internally cannot be so divisive, and you think you'll be effective on that seat. It's a waste of time, waste of resources. It is going to be a wasted opportunity that may not come back sooner. It took Liberia 62+ years to return to that seat. We're not coming back to that seat anymore after 2027. We're not coming back, Jenna. Maybe some of us will not be around. Those who were living 60 some years ago, not many of them living today. There are a few of them still alive. Both of us here, we are new. And you're doing this to the country. I say everything the men have been doing here, so green. They go to graphic designer, to do any flyer, green. Any poster, green. You get a chance to change Liberia just to green. You get people a chance, they will change the red stripes in our flag to green stripes. The whole world is aware that the government we have is a unity party government. You don't have to rub it in the faces of the citizens. Especially when there were only 17,000 different voters who drew the thin line. The country is heavily divided. We're going to go to the lines. The country is heavily divided. Thousands of Liberians are home, not because they are not qualified, but because of the administration they came to government with. So you sack them because they didn't get employed under your administration. You perceive them to be seditions or other political party people who are not unity partisans. That other group of people disenchanted, they're sitting there. They are angry, bitter. Reconciliation is the way forward. You're not taking in that direction. You're still printing national programs and printing it in your green colors. Yeah, the EPS officers, the agents. I wonder. I mean, let me see whether he's available. Yeah, the EPS officer, the agents. They're the agents having issues. Till now, they have not been paid. They are not being handled. People in tenure position, they're sitting down to their houses and watching other people go and sit in their position. You took the central bank governor from a job. You say he was corrupt. You suspended him. You say he would have gone through investigation. While the man is suspended, you went to him again $300,000 and told him, "My man, get up from here, go. We not want to see you again." Although he has a tenure position, but you pay him off because you wanted to end the tenure illegally and bring somebody of your choice. These are things that can bring about disenchantment. Such a country is fragile. The only people who not let the country will hide these things from you. People who not like Liberia, they're the one who will hide this information from you. People like us will say it. It's better. You look, the people say an honest truth is better off than a deceitful. I mean, I know how. Whatever the case is, the people say it's better to have an enemy who can save you than a friend who would not save you. I mean, change it around. You can find the best way to coin it. But it is better we say it to you. You will not like it, but that's the fact. You may not like what we're saying. But these are things that can help you lead the country. These are things that will help you to achieve whatever you promise the people during the campaign. Nobody survives under a country that is heavily polarized. That is what you enjoy doing. That is what you think. A day will come when you will not like what you're doing. A day will come in this country when you in authority will not like what you're doing. I kept saying this thing and I will keep saying it over and over. The country is so small. You leave Monrovia and go to any other part of the country, somebody will call your name. Look, I've said this thing over and over. What is hard in reconciling this country? What is hard? Minister Sarah Basil-Yanti wrote the former president, President Weah, and requested that he join them in consummating what he started. I have that communication. I have that letter. To today, we have that letter. Minister Sarah Basil-Yanti wrote that communication to the former President Weah. And I also have President Weah's response. He said, in as much as it is also good, but he is concerned about the breaking of the laws in the country, the constitutional violation, he's concerned about it as well. Because when he was applying, when he was lobbying with ECOWAS, when he was pleading with the rest of the country around the world to vote for Liberia, he was running a country that didn't see a unity partisan and a sedition. He was running a country where you will be insulting the president, and at the same time you still maintaining your job. Let's see whether we can talk to the head of the illegally dismissed EPS agents. Godfrey Weah, good evening, quickly.
Good evening, KOK. How you doing?
You got to leave from your radio. We're getting feedback, sir.
Okay, let me leave from the radio. How you doing, my brother?
Okay, I'm okay. I'm good now. So quickly, there are publications, on Facebook and different news outlets that all of you who the government illegally dismissed, the 400 plus, EPS officers, that you have been paid all your benefits and salaries. Speak clearly the air for the public.
Okay, that is untrue. I got that information. I was so disappointed, and I really was trying to understand who posted that information. I want to know who posted that information because it's untrue. Since we gone 14 months since we got out of job by this government, we've been struggling to survive with our family. We've been engaging this government to make sure that they do the right thing to correct the wrongs by respecting the constitution or respecting our rights, our rights, because our political franchise or our political right was abused. You understand? We don't want to go farther, because what we saw on this social media was so disappointing.
So
Something and say that EPS were paid all their salary and benefit while we're still struggling for our family to survive. It's so disappointing. I don't know why Liberians can just get on air and just say something, just do something without conscience.
So let me ask you a few questions quickly before you leave. We want to go take calls. So since you guys were dismissed, are you saying to us on this public radio that you have never received 1 single cent from this government? All of you?
Not a dime. Yes, we got illegally dismissed by the government. This month is 14 months since we got the job. I think the whole country know about this. We've been engaging government for our just benefit, and up to this time, no redress, no response. So it's so. I was like, anyway, maybe it's a sign for them to. I think maybe it is time for them to pay us off, because we're impatient now. We've been waiting for long. So I don't know where this information came from. And that's why it's good that you call, so that we can clarify this information, because it's untrue. It's untrue. Nobody have ever called us to say you guys come for your just benefit or not. So this is untrue. We don't know where this information came from, and I'm hoping to know where the source came from, because they got to tell me where my money go, because I believe that where the information came from, I think they got our money, and they need to give it to us. It's very serious. We tired waiting.
When was the last time your group had a meeting with any authorized agency or ministry of this government?
The last time KOK was at the Justice Ministry, where the Justice Minister called us
about how many months, days, weeks ago. You want to put time to it?
Yeah, been a couple of months now. Let's say like 8 months, pretty close to 7 to 8 months.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the information is that 1 single cent since you guys were dismissed, you haven't received it.
1 single cent, not a dime.
Okay. All right.
We're still hoping for government to respectfully address that concern.
It's been 14 months. You may not get that money. What else are you going to do?
We are as we always say, we are security people. We are custodians of society. We're not going to tell anybody what we're going to do, but you know very well that if someone is disenchanted in society, is also a threat to society. And we are all, trained people. Our right, our franchise was abused. Our right to serve our country was abused. Yeah. So, but going back to respect us by doing the right thing and give us what due us, so that we all can live in peace and harmony. Because we're hearing about things happening around, protests here and there. People think that because of this, the EPS was joining protest. We don't know. We can't tell you what happening today. But my brother, we're just hoping that the information that came out, that doesn't just do the right thing, man. We tired. It's not easy. Our children need to get back in school. A lot of things, man.
Okay.
Government need to listen to us, please.
Okay. I can sense the frustration in your tone. We just wanted to provide. We wanted you to provide a clarity as to whether you were paid or not. Thank you very much, Mr. Godfrey Weir.
Okay. Thank you, coach.
Okay, we leave you right there. So just before we go to the lines in the next 2-3 minutes, that is where we are. The country where LSA got Security Council, the country that is having Security Council, you got 400 plus trained men. These people were not trained to use telephone. The way I can tell my own team, people can be saying, forget it. That's how we can talk. These guys were not trained to serve ice cream or to be giving people cold water and sardine. The EPS officers were trained to pull gun together, take it from together, grease it, put it back together, put shot inside, and fire it. That's what they training for. They train the men to take the gun, hold it, show it to somebody, and put bullet there. That's the kind of training they go through. They are training on football. Say, oh man, how you can keep in it? No. They were trained to take care of gun, hold gun, do gun all kind of way, face it good. I was going in the darkness side, make a quick. I was in dismantle and put it back together, and do crack, open it, pop, and fire. That's why you were trained for. 400 plus of them, you sack them. One reason, political perception, that they were appointed between 2018 to 2023, so they are not qualified. So you put them off. They are moving around. 14 months, you heard. And that's how 14 months, no pay. Government owe their money. They are a part of the national security risks that we have as a country. That's a whole national security risk right there. Over 400 men and women who know about holding gun, not get job, but you now pay them. That's a whole national security risk. But we own Security Council. So they want a politics too. They want politics too. They want unless they want politics now. They want politics talking. I mean, there are some political issues, but this one is not politics. 400 plus trained men who know the only thing they know, they're not Bible study, not to recite Quranic verses. Their only job, what they know, good, what they were trained for. Holy LAR, the AK-47, the Beretta, dismantle it, put grease there, lubricate it, lower your cartridges, advance it, put a scotch tape on the magazine, double it. And I didn't know that. As soon as I do pop, the manager start responding. That the job they know. You put them down, you ain't get them paid. You don't do nothing to them. They're passing around. Imagine the man who was trained to hold gun, to do stuff, passing around looking for construction contract. Oh my, y'all get, I won't sweep to your place. But the government owe him money. Government owe him 14 months. Government illegally dismissing. He's passing around. He's not bothering anybody. It is a national security risk. That is a sign of fragility. The country is fragile. But the country on Security Council bench. Now I was asking you, the making table to your boy, bringing drinking water, bathing water to you. You trust that water? You will bathe with air? But we are grateful that our country has a seat. Just as Elisa stated from the beginning, the seat must be useful to us. This first use that this seat should give us, that unity. This seat that we get should pull our shoulders down as a government. But interestingly, it are the seats are making the arrogance to increase. Because look at the executive mansion flyer where they go face green. They're not even changing. That the first thing the seat should do, unity, reconciliation, it should inspire it. The second thing, it should stop the political fight. But I'm not going to say more. We got 5 minutes to 5:30. So 5:30 we'll start taking calls. We'll be out of here by 5:55. But like we said, Alexa, our country has won. We are happy. We are grateful. And let's hope that the ripple effect will be positive. Let's hope it is not. I hope I'm working you. But it's not can reach to the horse. Let's hope it is not that kind of situation. Yeah, let's 5:30 we go to take calls quickly from just for you to wrap up.
So I mean, if you're in Liberia or if you're out of Liberia and you follow all the things that happen in Liberia on a daily basis, you know exactly where Liberia is at about this point in terms of all of the things Oliver just talked about. It seems like, I don't know where we're headed. Of course, you have a huge celebration today. Almost everyone is celebrating, But I am concerned about those people who are ordinary Liberians, those people who are yet to understand what the United Nations Security Council is all about, those people who are struggling on a daily basis. I am concerned about them. All of these different celebratory activities we're on, how do they reflect exactly? You're married, you have some marital issues, you're not settling your marital issues, but then you are going to someone else who also has some issues in their own marriage, and then you're offering solutions, you're offering a settlement when your marriage is yet to be settled. That's the simplest way to put it. You will be out there putting strategies together to help people build peace. You will be helping to unite people who are at war in the different spaces out of Liberia, whether it is going to be in Europe, whether it is going to be in West Africa or Africa as a continent. That's exactly what you will be doing as one of the people on the UN Security Council. Why you are building peace out of Liberia? What exactly are you doing back home? That's my concern. So when we ask what is next, that's exactly where our concern comes in. When we ask what exactly is going to happen after all of these different messages, after all of these different statements today, we're happy that this is historic for our country, of course. We're happy that we're still alive after a couple of years. That this is 2025 and we're still here in Liberia to have Liberia, being elected. It is a good thing for the country. But after everything, what is going to happen?
Okay.
What is going to happen? You cannot be forming, a peace builder out of Liberia. You cannot be forming or unifier out of Liberia when in your own country, you just listen to one of the guys from the EPS, the guys who were dismissed. You listened to him just a few minutes ago. And that's just him. What more of couple of Liberians you will listen to? So we should be serious. We now have a seat at the UN Security Council. Fine, that's great. But what exactly are we going to do? We have a year, 2026 to 2027. After that, we're done. So how are you going to use this? What is going to happen? So I think people should be able to ask these questions, and the people who are supposed to answer these questions, they should be able to answer these questions. But this is about Liberia. It is not about Unity Party. It is not about ANC. It is not about LP. This is about Liberia. So the fact that Liberia has won, because the people who had traveled to New York, of course, it was taxpayers' money now. The money you're using to get plane tickets and all that, Liberian people money. So we need to know all of the different things. Like Oliver talked about, some of an amount that was used on this campaign. It is yet to be said as to whether that's really factual or not. So I think we need all the information needed to have this very smooth and really, really fair enough. But it is a good thing for Liberia. And I think, that's exactly where we are.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we go to all of you on the lines, to make your input. But let's take this quick break. When we come back, we will give somebody $1,000. Then we go back to the lines.
This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Make a peace for them before Ramstar for Liberia. From the center to interior Ramstar, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Cry and make a peace for them before Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior Ramstar, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
You try to root up your land.
Okay, so let's go to the lines right now and talk to Liberians on the telephone. Those of our people who are listening, you heard Alexa and I, you heard what we had to say about the victory. It is a commendable one. We are happy, we are excited, but we want that victory to trickle down in the lives of the Liberian people, beginning with unity, peace, and security, and the rest of it will follow. 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. We're trying to call those who are winning some money. The first guy did not answer. Let me call the other guy who got $1,000 again and see if this guy will answer. Then we go and begin with the call-in situation. Yes, let's see if we can go to this person. Okay, we want to go and give somebody money first. That's what we want to do.
Yellow Valley subscriber.
Okay.
You're trying to reach is currently switched off.
All right. Okay. So this person is switched off. Let's go to the line and talk to the callers. Then this first person on line 1. Let's hear you. What's your name and where do you join us from? Okay. Let's hear the first person. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. How you doing?
Good evening, Q.
Good evening, Chief.
Yeah, Q. This is David King, and I do join you from my residence.
Go ahead, David.
QK, we are far from reconciliation. As a matter of fact, I listened to the president today after the Security Council vote was taken at the executive mansion. He acknowledged other people and refused to acknowledge the former president who set the stage for this day. And, you cannot be vying for the currency and the people give it to you. You should have all of the attributes. Now, you said one thing I told you for. We are expecting a serious protest that will be coming on the 7th.
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's way terrible. It's on me. Sorry, it's on me. Let's leave you and talk to this person quickly. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Yeah. Good evening, okay, and good evening to Eliza. Good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
This is Kwawe Abraham Big Daddy. I call you from the FE this afternoon.
Go ahead.
I'm very much grateful that Liberia has a good position at it. The question remains here is, does Joseph Boakai and his government deserve most prestigious slot at the United Nations? Because Joe Boakai is not a law, and you getting that a position, of respecting your own laws in the country and unify country. But you can lead the country on dawn a position. But yet still we say thankful to God. It is the time that Liberia get this particular position, so we can reject it, and then we say thank you, and even then pushing the message that Liberia able to get a position.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to this person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
How you doing? Let me say hi to Lester.
Go ahead, sir.
This is Efroka, the visual impact Alakipi. Welcome to the fire to this world. My position remains clear. Liberia needed a seat, but Liberia don't deserve it at this time. Because you cannot have a president in a country that is disrespecting, perfectly not recognizing anything in the country. Mind you, the rule of law is a stone table to peace and security. There is a serious insecurity in the country. When Supreme Court rule, President congratulates, the next day he suspend the people and put new group of people there, they are acting up to president. After Supreme Court rule in the case of Fanati, the president said you're going to work with a quorum. And who had the quorum? It was the majority at the time. So the rule of law under Boakai, it is completely intact. When you come to the EPS guys that you were talking about, there is a serious insecurity. Under Boakai government, the police people shoot and kill anybody as they are will. Every day is night, weekly, body is found trapping everywhere, Maruvio. There is insecurity. When you go to the Minister of State and other institution, all those that were brought on board during President Wiata, they are all a jaw. Now, if you have your girlfriend or your wife on the street serving to be able to bring something in the home for us to survive on it. But I can also change them from on the street. That is some serious insecurity. So looking at all of these variables, my position remains the same. Liberia needed a seat, but we don't deserve it at this time. Because Baka is not qualified to preside.
We leave you right there. Let's talk to this international caller. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, go ahead. How are you? How you doing? Oh no. If you're not getting us, I mean, I'm sorry, but we have you on. Go ahead. How are you? Hello, how are you? Okay, I think he's not getting us. Let's take the other person. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, kind. This is David King. I didn't end my call. I think I went out of that way.
Go ahead, David.
Kind. You see, we have won the non-paying seat, but as in as much we won the seat, I think the government needs to do the needful. We need to respect the rule of law. Like I was listening to they said the guy had a resolution to make all of the illegal things to be right. And today as a legislature, we cannot have a kind of important seat, and people are doing unorthodox things in our country. And the United Nations now, you can't be the peacemaker because Liberia now has become peacemaker. So tomorrow, when people see this injuncted, or when the court rules on a particular case or in a particular case, we expect the government to respect the court because of that ruling. But you can't have this seat. You continue to do the same thing you're doing. You continue to have the country, National Fire, EPSU, they're complaining. These people were trained to carry guns. These people, they all put in an entire line to operate guns. And you got them now 400 oligarchs are sitting without job, no salary. And you say you want to be on the Security Council, no permanency. You are not doing the right thing. So we call on the government now to do the needful because you have a new title and you must live according to the title that has been bestowed upon you as a country. The government. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We leave you. Let's go to this person. Go ahead. How are you? Hello? Okay, I don't think yeah, we're getting you loud and clear. Let's hear you. Hello?
We'll have to get someone else.
Hello? Caller on the international line. How are you? Oh my God! I mean, this is purely intended to suffer us a little bit. Go ahead, 1 minute. How are you?
Yeah, Kai. Thank you so much for the show, and Alexis. Kai, today I'm disappointed. At least I know a lot of Liberians happy because Liberia voted on that seat. But when I listen to the president today, the president who said he called the former president for national unification on Unification Day, that could not even call his name or mention his name in his speech. He went way back calling Joseph Jingi Rawa, President Barclay, President Tubman, President Tolbo, President Salib, and left out George Manuel Weah. We are talking about today where our country is divided 50-50. And you didn't even mention the man who started this process. It tells me that we are in a long haul for division, for total mess. Because now people, how can you even bring the country together again? How can you do that? As an old statesman, how can you do that? I don't know who advised this man. But I think in my mind, he is somebody who he live in division. And that's how our country going to be for the rest of the time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's go and talk to this other person on the line. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you. 1 minute. How are you?
Hey, how are you? Okay. This is Emmanuel T. I'm calling from Rhode Island, USA.
Rhode Island, the US. Go ahead, Mr. T. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, I just called to congratulate Liberians for the day. We have won. There's no party in this particular things that happened today. I think if we are about to acknowledge people, we're going to acknowledge all the past leaders and the present leader. So what really I was listening to today to hear from our president and also the foreign affairs minister is to acknowledge every Liberians. But I didn't hear that the were only concerned about the partisans of United Party and congratulating them instead of all Liberians. So I'm urging them today, right now, let them move ahead and think about Liberia and let this partisan things go away from us so that we can unite this country and carry on development. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to this person on the line. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Hello?
Hello. You got to leave your radio when you call.
Yeah. This is Moses Tano for the EPS.
Yeah, Moses, go ahead.
Yes. I congratulate our sportsman the way he spoke. I congratulate him. And we are getting tired. And we always we just say we are tired. We are tired listening to this government. They every day they are telling us different things. And they don't want to pay our benefits. Almost for 3 months, we're sitting. Our children are not going to school. Our women have left us. We don't have anything. We are outside. We don't have any sleeping area. We just moving all around. It's a threat to the country. And we're trying to protect. So the reason is that sometimes when we said we are only think about Liberia, that's why we just throw time. We don't want our people to be running around here. Not that we can take action. We can take action. The same way the police were trained, the same way the AFL were trained, and how we train too. So we are apologizing to the government to make sure before June, the end of June, they have to try to do something. Thank you.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. Let's leave you and talk to the other person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Yeah, how are you?
We are great, sir. What's your name? Where you join us from?
Yeah, man, I'm calling from Harvard. My name is Gion Peter.
Gion Peter from Harvard.
Yeah.
Let's hear you.
Yes. Okay. Considering the the illegal dismiss EPS.
Are you one of them?
I'm one of them.
Okay.
Those people, they government in power, they are very stubborn. We have kept our complaint to them. They will fool all that will do this, will do this. We'll go there, we'll put police here, all and they'll launch with tear gas. They are inconsistent. They do not want to pay her off. Then they are lying on the social media, telling the whole world that they are paying her off. They got to know the same boat that they use. Other people can use it too. And we will not relent. We will not relent. We will not relent. Judgment day is coming. We will not relent. We will not relent. It's thing to pay ourselves. We pay ourselves. We will not relent. They can set it off.
How you pay yourself? Yeah, sir. What do you mean? If it mean for you to pay yourself, what do you mean you pay yourself?
No. I mean, to pay myself, it doesn't mean I will go to do any illegal thing. But the thing is, I know I'm a clear person. I will pay myself. I know how to pay myself. But my son will go to school. No way. They are putting me up on other house. What you want to do? How we live? My family. I've been through all of my house. My family. How they want for all the live? How they want for all the live? We are not citizens. We are not citizens.
Wow.
We are telling these people we are serious and we mean it. We leave our money. If they get it, let them come and we tell them we give our money. We'll give all of the picture.
If the government say they get half of the money, the way they owe you 14 months, they say they get maybe 7 months. Will you take it?
If the someone owe you 10 million, they give 5 million hold it and be requested for the battle one.
Okay.
I will not reject it.
Okay.
But the matter of fact is that our heart is broken. Our heart is broken. Anybody can call me and do anything, I will do it.
Huh. We just hope you'll remain loyal about it, my dear brother.
We long been in the process. We long been in the process of being a lawyer by or officer and citizen. But these people, I don't know which are the ideology we should put into place to use what they talk to us. We don't know. We have tried all the mentors, but people fail.
Okay.
We don't know.
Okay, I still want you to be patient. Don't talk about paying yourself, because when security men say paying yourself, I know how you can be.
Being patient is overdue. It's overdue. Some are doing the patient. We are already in the wilderness. Anybody can fall off. So my friend, they die in the process.
Wow.
the new breaking of people who that affected the process.
Wow.
So I'm not doing. Let them now mislead the world and tell the world that they are paying off the lie, the bloody breaking lie.
Okay, officer.
No,
All
I
right,
don't know what to
officer.
say.
All right, officer. Thank you. I understand you. I mean, I understand you're getting emotional about it, but that's what it is. Our country guys sit on the Security Council, former EPA officers. I'm telling you about what the piece of the country looks like. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, I'm just going today. I don't know what happened since they went back in the country.
Go ahead, Prince.
Okay, let me appreciate of President Dr. George Monoria for the level of where he gave today, like we're celebrating his wonderful positions. I would appreciate someone the God blessing and give him long life. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. We leave you right there, my dear brother. Let's talk to this other person on the line. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Good evening. I'm James Cooper calling from GSRO.
GSRO, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for having me on your show. I listened to two of your talking points, and I want to go to the first one that has to do with the fellows who are speaking, claiming to be the employee of the EPS. They had a good case, so if they were legitimately employed by the EPS, all they have to do is carry all the documents and go to court. And the second one has to do with the two of you in the studio there. Now you are saying you embrace Liberia election at the Security Council seat, but there's a contradiction because your analogy of comparing the winning of the seat to a person who is not married but want to talk of married talk, and then another analogy that has to do with somebody who cannot pay back, but rather holding a water for another person to pay back, that person cannot trust the baby water. So it's a complete contradiction for the two of you there in studio.
Okay.
Thank you for your show.
No, don't run away. Don't run away. You
Hold on, I'm listening.
Okay,
I'm listening.
so hold on. You just talk about it. Take your time now. Don't be yelling. That radio here. You just
I'm listening to you.
So cool down. You just talk about it. Oh my man, take your time. You just talk about the EPA officers who are crying about their 14 months pay. You heard the last officer who said he is reaching to the point of paying himself. Do you know the implication of what that means?
I'm listening to you.
No. I'm asking you. Do you know the implication of? Yeah, I want you to respond to that particular issue. Do you know why? Do you know the implication of what the officer said when he said he is reaching to the point of paying himself? Is that a good thing for the country?
Let me respond to that. There's nobody here that can pay the same anyway.
Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, those are the same people around President Bouaka. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Hello. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Whenever my name is Chef Magdalene and I call you from my resident around red light.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I thought the UK government said that the CC government spoiled the country image on the international stage. But how come they are celebrating the president, the president, and celebrating? So that means they are celebrating the spoiled system.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's go and take more and more calls here. Look, my dear brother from Relay, I would have kept you on the line, but I mean, interestingly, the whole comprehension thing is giving you trouble. Well, let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Yeah, how are you?
We are great, my dear brother. Where you join us from? What's your name?
I'm Special Agent Edis on the Executive Reception Service.
You are one of those who they laid down.
Of course.
The guy who just called said, I'm going to go to court. What do you have to say to him?
He didn't know what he's saying. Because my colleague called him and told him that we are reaching the point of paying ourselves. And he was looking at it. He's telling you that nobody can pay themselves. You have to talk to the people that they try to get us some money. If they can't do it, we have to pay ourselves. They shouldn't overlook it. They're sending people over here, telling people that they have already given us money because they know that protest is coming. They see that we will take part or we are supposed to take part or something like that. They're going out there lying to people and things.
You have to talk to them.
Okay.
We have our money.
Okay.
It's gone 14 months now.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's leave you and talk to another person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you. 5:55. We are out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's agent. There's an agent. There's an agent speaking to on the
But how come all the agents just calling?
yeah. We are annoyed with the government. I'm telling you today. I'm speaking today. We are high. Oh, the former EPS. We are high. We want for all our people to come together to talk to the government to pay our money. We are too much for our horses, and we are just perambulating in Monrovia unnecessary. There's nothing for people to do into this country. We are going on our head. We're telling the Liberian people, the churches of council, what they say, they are godly people. They should talk to the government and pay them money here. Because when the apple with that say, when you see the apple is red, when you see that say only, you should know that nothing will stop it. Nothing will stop it. Don't talk to the government. If they pay our money, we immediately money.
But y'all got to come that small. The way you're talking, say, making me scared now.
No, bro. Anything I can do in the country now. Where Nana. Yeah, you can give me anything. I can do anything in the country now.
We beg you.
Where we are to another state that we can make it.
We beg you.
Have to go everything into this country here. That the Liberian people, the government, they are stubborn. We will tell them that we are trained.
We beg you, my dear brother.
I'm trained. We don't train. Let me come and challenge you.
We beg you.
Nobody can tell me anything. I will do it.
We are begging. We begging you, my brother. Let's go to another person. Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing? Hello. You got to leave the radio. Okay. Alexa, the EPM man making me I getting scared. Look.
No, I think one of the reasons a lot of them keep calling is the fact that you had,
maybe the guy who just called
something circulating in social media that
they pay them when they don't pay them. But
and you can't do that.
It is wrong.
You can't. Do
it is
that.
wrong. Although we out of time, we got to go. But this is now a good thing.
It's been months.
Now, how the guys are complaining. 14 months. You say you don't want the people pay them off. You never went there. Had to call in a lot of Tyru from Central Bank. You paying all he left. So pay the people off. Let them go by the business.
I hope the president will definitely, try to reconsider this. It has been long overdue.
When you go talk to the people, won't question you.
It has been long overdue. If you were in that position, you would know how it feels.
These things can bring about unity. Until this government can learn this simple thing. To run Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they're not drinking juice when you reach out to WIA to say, look, my man, we got to talk. I mean, I ain't got money for you. I ain't got nothing to get you. But please, let's reconcile. Because she knew she wouldn't have ran this country as the president when the major political party and other stuff. Now, in that situation, in that CDC and United Party get problem. That United Party government and civil servants plus other security personnel got issue. These are trained people. I told you the people are not trained to fake cake and short bread. Their original toy that they were trained to handle. That Calais. You hear this been talking? I'm getting scared now. But we're hoping and praying that the government will listen. The last guy said, let the council of church, everybody go and talk to the government to pay. They don't want anything. Pay them off. Just pay the people, let them go. How hard is it? Pay me for 14 months and other benefits and things because I was illegally dismissed. The man to spend 25 years plus in the service when you dismissing illegally. Calculate all the man all the time. Paying off. That you not want him. Unless the man not saying we want your job. The man run away to go.
Told him go
You
home.
the one say you want him. So paying off. But we'll leave it right there, Alexa. Let's talk to at least one more caller, then we go home. We have to be out of here before 6. Hello, 1 minute.
Yeah. Brother, what is adequate to express? We want our money.
Oh.
We want the money. We want our inadequate to express. We want our money. That they start giving our money. The little one they get for all the might give it. They must start giving the public misleading information that they are paying our money. That is black lie. They are not giving us saying nothing. They are giving us. The government is giving lie. Then the public listen to all. They say they don't give our money. Their brother and sister they call it all. They say, "Man, they say they don't pay your money. You can't give us money."
Okay.
It should be more anchored to the extent that we will do the Liberia prepare for each and every one of us.
Okay, my brother. Thank you.
Let the people get some our money where the government not get, or let it get also. That we find something else to do and be waiting for the actual time.
Okay. All right, my
But
brother.
there are people who are putting us out. They are putting us out for that renting it. Our children not going to school. But when we pass on the road, we get people walking. Just say that they're going to let's say people they're walking.
Okay. All right.
We're begging the government, let them find something before they get to the fifth all the thing. They may call and get all listing.
Okay.
Our own money will be given one problem. The country not going to
Okay. Sorry, we had to cut you off. We have to go. Tomorrow we'll still be here. Tomorrow, let's say we gotta advocate for these people, but we're out of time. Until we return here on tomorrow, have a wonderful time. God bless you. Bye-bye from our end.